And the captain's perished to Sumit Patel. Massive, massive time here for the Rajshahi Kings. Here in this qualifier, sudden death. Big, big blow this.
His weighted delivery, Sumit Patel induces, triggers another top edge, and this time it's the skipper, Mahmudullah Riyad. Good catch there by Najmul Islam Op, who had to follow the ball. It's never easy, that one under the lights. Mahmudullah Riyad goes to the dismay of the Khulna Titans. He's gone for 22 of 28. Titans are 82 for 6.
Ma'am, interview please. Ma'am, interview please.
Okay, first have this.
Ma'am, is it aeroplane rice? Aeroplane basmati rice. Taste the best.
आज स्पेशल डे है ना, कुछ स्पेशल लगा।
फॉग का सेंट
पेश है फॉग सेंट, स्पेशल मौकों के लिए खास फॉग सेंट।
Battling big time, the Khulna Titans. Time since the last boundary, 33 deliveries. Can big Kev Cooper turn this around in the sudden death qualifier? There's almost 7 overs to bat. 6 overs and 5 balls. Great numbers in terms of a strike rate, and he does hit a long ball. There's Kevon Cooper, but he's at the non-strikers in, they crossed. Here's Arafat up against Sumit Patel. Was thinking at the start of this qualifier, needed to see more and get more out of Sumit Patel in the playoffs. Yeah, where was he trying to hit this? Sort of over the onside, but sort of almost with a long, full face to go straight. Trying to certainly drag it to the onside. Big risk. In the end, too much risk.
Well bowled, looking for a single. Ball stopped, but not a good enough throw there. Still having a lot of fun in the field. Najmul Islam Opu. Yes, the 35 balls without a 4, 45 balls without a 6. Putting a lot of pressure on Mahmudullah Riyad, and thus trying to go too hard for the big shot. Losing his wicket, Doug.
Big Kev. It'll race away for 4, not intended. Yeah, Summit's got to have a laugh about it. Been a pretty good over still, with 5 runs and a wicket. On the drive, thrashing past Darren Sammy. Take him any way you get him.
Still 2 balls to go of this over. Some sort of warning there by the umpire to Kevin Cooper. They're going at a run rate of 6.37. 6 runs and over will get them to 120 mark. They wouldn't mind that. Maybe go with 6 runs and over till the 18th and push themselves during the last 2.
Has he nicked it? He sure has. Nurul Hassan is celebrating. And they're walking all together. Are the Kings for another photo? Get out the cameras, boys. Time for another selfie. Big Kev Cooper has to disappear. Back to the dressing room.
They're keeping it calm and mature. Another one. That's the 3rd wicket. Brilliant delivery. Straightening a bit the delivery. There's the 3rd wicket for Sumit Patel. Well caught by Nurul Hassan Chauhan, the wicket keeper. And there's the celebration. Kevin Cooper goes.
Yeah, he does. He's gone for just that sneaky little boundary for 4. 87 for 7.
Naim Islam Jr. This is his first match in BPL. That was the last delivery. What a good over. 2 wickets and 5 runs from it by Samit Patel. 87 for 7.
Fortune Rice Brand Health.
কারণ এটা হেলদি।
আর দেখ কি ডার্ক রংটা।
ডার্ক কারণ এর মধ্যে ওরাইজেনল আছে।
ওরাইজেনল তো আমাদের বাড়ির তেলেও আছে।
ওরাইজেনল শুধু রাইস ব্র্যান অয়েলেই থাকে। এটা গুড কোলেস্ট্রল বাড়ায়, ব্যাড কোলেস্ট্রল কমায় আর শরীরে কোলেস্ট্রল কম তৈরি হতে দেয়।
কিন্তু শোন,
নতুন জিনিসও ভালো হতে পারে, তাই না?
Fortune Rice Bran Health. 100% rice bran oil, 100% health.
7 bowlers used and no Jimmy Franklin, not required. You could actually go to him as well. Darren Sammy wanted to, but he's going back to Kesrick Williams. He shut this right down. Go for the jugular. Bring back your striker. New ball bowler, opening bowler. Fresh off 4 for 11 last night. 18 dot balls in his allotted 4 overs. This guy. Tweaking his field. 3 in the covers on the offside. He's got a sweeper back there. Third man fine leg. And at square leg on the fence. And Jimmy Franklin at long on. Here comes Kesrick Williams. Yeah, hustling in. Arafal. He wanted 2, but it's not on. So young Naim Islam Jr. is now going to have to face up. First game this season for the young man. Which team can make it to the final against get in there. Have you say? Kings are looking pretty hot at the moment. You never know. Got to have the second half of this qualifier. Can the Titans limp to 100, get to 3 figures, and could it be enough? You never know in 2020. Here's the young man facing up to Kesrick Williams. Oh, and he gets a beauty. Oh, there's no holding back and no quarter given by Kesrick Williams. Well, evasive action sort of thing, having a crack. It's certainly leg pies, is it? Is it off the helmet? Let's have a look. Right off the mush, as we say on the trade. That has come off the helmet. No chance for Nurul Hassan. It counts as leg buys. Helmet's working anyway, Shaz.
He was having a go at Naim Islam Jr. That is why those helmets are so important.
Welcome to BPL 4. Better late than never, Naim Islam Jr. Certainly knows he's out in the middle now. Yeah, adrenaline pumping. He is as nervous as. Slow LBW picks out, yes! Smart bowling from Kesrick Williams. The bouncer, then the change of pace, has done the trick for Williams and the Kings. Get out the cameras, boys.
Got 4 the other night, and a few selfies were due tonight. That's the first one by Kesrick Williams. That was superb change of pace. A little off spinner, rather. Hit on the legs. And it was in front of the stumps. Hitting the middle stump, rather. Plum. Naim Islam Jr. is gone. And there's the celebration. Kesrick Williams is on a roll.
80 kilometres the speed gun read there. Never really arrived, and neither did young Naim Islam Jr. Gone for a duck. 92 for 8.
Musharraf Hussain Rubel is the new man in. The Titans are in disarray. They lost their 8th wicket. And the last one was courtesy of this man, Kesrick Williams. First, a very pacey bouncer. And there's the versatility with a slower one. On both occasions, surprising the young Naim Islam Jr.
Wonderful two-card trick. Hostile bouncer off the helmet. And in the slow ball that never really arrived to the tail ender, Naim Islam Jr. out third ball without troubling the scorers. Oh, the owners, they'll be in tears. And it's okay, buddy, there's always next year. Wonderful bowling, wonderful bowling.
Come on. Don't forget the Khulna Titans are a good bowling unit. Still, the other innings to go. You never know. And both Ariful and Musharraf Hussain Rubel can bat. They'll probably aim to play out their 20 overs and see how much they can accumulate for the team.
Slashed away. Gee, that nearly went to Samit Patel. Another night it would have. As it is, Musharraf is off the mark. Yes, the danger is you lose your first wicket at 12, your second one at 12. Then suddenly find yourself 3 for 17, 54 for 4, 74 for 5, and then it really just goes downhill badly. Really badly. When you're wanting to pull out your most magical batting performance as a team, right when it matters. Won the toss, wanted to bat first, Mahmudullah. And it is not fired at all for the Khulna Titans. That is good bowling. Pacey, aggressive, in your face. Oh, hello. No ball. What's he saying? Second bouncer or 3 inside only? There's an amount of feathers inside. Hang on a minute. I thought Franklin was up there. What's he saying here? He's arguing. He's arguing the toss. Is he saying there was not enough in? Now Darren Sammy's joined the party. So that'll go against the captain, I'm afraid, Mr. Sammy. Only 3. Got to have 4. 4 minimum. So Ramil Martinez, he loves that. Ramil, he's a stickler for that. He's always hunting for it. The Sri Lankan ump. So anyway, it's a free hit. Thought it was the end of the over. It's not. But it was a very good bouncer. What does he come up with here, Kesrick Williams, with the free hit? Musharraf. And it never arrived. Brilliant. 8 off it. A wicket. It's 15 bowled. 95 for 8.
पसंद आऊंगा ना 50-50 50-50 क्यों
पसंद आने के लिए एक जरूरी चीज तो तू भूल ही गया
जरूरी चीज क्या
परफ्यूम लगाना
फॉग परफ्यूम बॉडी स्प्रे पसंद आने के लिए अच्छा दिखने के साथ साथ महकना भी जरूरी है फॉग
Cricket South Africa T20 Challenge. Multiply Titans versus BizHub Hive at 9:30 p.m. live on Sony ESPN, Sony ESPN HD, and Sony Live.
Struggle, and that's the word for Khulna Titans. 95 for 8. No captain. It's up to the tail enders to add whatever they can from here. Got enough overs to do so. Have a look at this man. 3 for 15 in his 3 overs, Samit Patel. As I said at the start of the game, they, alongside Khulna, are a brilliant bowling unit. That's the similarity between them. They've got to put on some runs for the bowlers to defend. This won't work. I'm sure the dignitaries as well would want to see a fight, good match. Qualifier 2, guys, come on.
don't take it away from the Rajshahi Kings. They've been brilliant when it matters. They've come so far, just one game away from the final. This man, integral role in getting them so far.
Yeah, the Khulna Titans, they really hit a wall today. In the power play, they lost wickets, 3 for 45. And in the middle overs, when it came to rotating the strike, the pressure had been off, trying to look for boundaries. They lost 5 for 50. Now we end into the last 5 overs. They've only got 2 wickets in hand. And they're looking for boundaries. This is in the air. The man there dropped short. It's Severe Rahman. And if anything goes in the air, you want it to go to him. Sharif is looking for the big shot. Gets the toe in. Just dropping short. And also what he did really well there was get his body right behind the ball. So that if he did miss it with the hand, it wouldn't go into the boundary for 4.
And it's keeping low as well, falling into the stumps. Slightly short, plays it very straight. Franklin has a strong arm, but still confirm that 2 is added to the total. 99 for 8 after 16.
Ma'am, interview please. Aeroplane basmati rice. Taste the best.
It's not football, it's war in the La Liga Santander weekend battles. Live and exclusive on 6 and 6 HD.
We've got 24 deliveries. Try to take it to 130. From where they are, 130 would be big savior. He, I'm sure, would have other ideas. Try to dismiss and get these 2 wickets as quick as possible. He's been good in terms of getting the right bowlers going on at the time. He's mixed them up well. He's got the regulation 4 fielders inside, which is required minimum in the circle. He's got a short fine leg and a mid-off.
Not too sure about this field with the 3rd man back. Mid-off up in the circle, fine legs up. Where's he going to bowl this? Looking to bowl straight. And that's gone for a wide. Because if you're telling me you're going to bowl around off stump or just outside off stump and you have the man back at 3rd man, that's what that tells me. And the sweeper's back, but then mid-off is up in the circle. And with that wide, the 100 comes up for the Khulna Titans. They're into 3 figures. And then fine legs up in the circle.
I guess you'll have a mix of everything as bowler one just now. We saw a shorter delivery against the left-hander. He's got these 3 men inside the circle on the offside. Still wants to save the boundaries. Doesn't want to finish off the 2 wickets. But for sure, there's a short fine leg you were talking about. For sure, these 2 batsmen, I doubt, will go for those big hits at this stage. Still got 3 more overs after this. They'd like to bat the 20 overs. So having 3 men right on the circle, would you prefer 1 more inside the circle? Try to stop those singles and then generate some big shot out of their bat and create a chance.
For me, I think what he's sending a message to the batsman is that if you want to hit over the top, I'm asking you to do that, and then mid-off is right on the circle. But I think what's key about his field set is the length he's going to bowl. If it's very full, it doesn't make sense. So that back of a length, hitting the wicket and also the slower ball.
And go. This is the batting. Puran got a quick fire, 22 of 10. And Mohammedullah got 22 of 28. Started off well, but then with a fall of wickets on the other side, stopped him. This is Puran. Got some big hits straight away. Used the power play to perfection. That was his 6th. Slower one, and Franklin is tall enough to get that. That's 9 down. Sammy gets his first. There's your mid-off.
Yep, I think I put a few mockers on a few batsmen this tournament, and Dan Sammy executes that back of a length, inviting the batsman. If you want to hit over the top, try. I'll bowl back of a length, I'll take the pace off it, and James Franklin will take the catch. Excellent captaincy, excellent execution. He's thinking maybe over the top.
4 of 10. 102 for 9.
तुम तोहफे में फूल नहीं लाए? फूल? सुबह तक मुरझा जाएंगे फूल और राहुल जाएगा तुझे भूल।
वाह वाह।
और तुम्हें कैसे याद रखेगा? तोहफा ऐसा दो जो काम आए। फॉग सेंट? इसकी खुशबू आती रहेगी और उन्हें हमारी याद दिलाती रहेगी। फॉग सेंट गिफ्ट पैक दोगे तो याद रह जाओगे।
Thought he's much better than number 11, Junaid Khan. It's come above that before. It's been extremely good with the ball. Highest wicket take up till now. Would like to play the final as well and make it more than that. 102 for 9 at the moment. It's not looking good for the Titans. They won the toss, batted first. I think the downfall just started off with those 2 horrific runouts right on top.
Yeah, you're right. That set the tone for the rest of the inning. And the Rajshahi Kings were all over that in terms of their bowling and their plans. And now they're 9 down, the Khulna Titans. Here it is again, another indecision in the run. But they've done well, and they've really tried to set this up to be able to try and get into the final.
That's the last wicket of Musharraf. Slower one, slow bouncer. Tried to get it over mid-off, but Franklin is quite tall. Won't work there. He was quick to move back a couple of steps and take that catch easily. The plan worked. They just need one more wicket. The Rajshahi. Not in this over. 17 gone, 102 for 9. He's not going to give many as well. Farhad has been very good in the death overs. Been right on target. In fact, you say he's been good with the new ball as well. Now look at the performance. This game, power play, 45 for 3. There's a bit of a fight back from Mohammedullah and Puran in the first 6. Middle overs, absolutely terrible in terms of wickets. 5. Just 50 runs added, and now here we're in the last death overs. 2 overs into it, 7 and 1.
3 overs to go. Psychologically, for the Khulna Titans, maybe 120. If you look at that graphic, if they get to 120, it'll give them some sort of hope. Anything can happen. It's a wide Yorker. It squirts it through the offside man coming round looking for 2. And they'll get it comfortably. So perhaps 120 will do them some psychological help, and Araful is the key. There it is at this rate, 121. If they get one or two better overs, 10, 12, you end up at 130, and all of a sudden it's that extra 30 runs. As a team that's done so well, that's a crowd catches it straight into the ground. After having a team down by 8 wickets in the first 15 overs of this game, and then to give away 30 runs in the last 5, or the last 3 in this scenario, the batting side will go with a bit of momentum into their dugout and come out and look a bit more positive with the ball.
Man on strike is important. Araful gets a thick edge down to third man. No, he doesn't want to run a single. He wants to face everything. So they don't go for any run. He's got 25, 22, 26. These have been his scores. He's the third highest scorer for Khulna Titans. He hit a couple of sixes in the last scores in the previous match. He hasn't crossed. Look at his scores. 25 not out. This is the last 6 games. 13 not out of 16. The big hitter of the ball, I'm told. We've seen that as well. Look at that. He hits it hard. Can he get 2 here? Get the strike back. Yes, he does. Come on, come on, come on. Shabir there. So yeah, if he can add these 20 runs that you mentioned, that would be wow.
Shabir, it goes to him at sweeper. He comes round to his left. A little bit of a fumble there, but he recovers well. The speed at which he gets to the ball is what is excellent from this man. Excellent fielder. Now he's gone really square of the wicket for Araful.
He'll probably try to take a single here. It's the second last ball. He'll have a Junaid on strike for the 1 ball. Then 9 down. Hasn't got a choice. We'll just have a word with him. That would be the right thing to do.
You say he's not as well. It's a bit embarrassing for Junaid to be batting 11, so I think he can hold up an end. I don't think you need to try and protect him too much. I've seen him in the first couple of overs when he came in, and then today he looks pretty good, looks pretty organized. So when there's runs available, continue to take them. I believe in this scenario, a wicket to go, and the Rajshahi Kings will get batting. But if he's able to hold up an end and pick up runs as he gets, we will look at that 130 at the end of this inning.
$107 for 9 as they won't run, and it's 18 overs gone. Two overs to go. You see 28 balls. That's almost 2 short of 5 overs since we've had a last boundary. Well, that's what's expected when you're 9 down for just almost around 100. Just above there, 107 for 9. Araful has to take responsibility of getting maximum. He's just having a look around. Where can he get those boundaries or 2s maybe? There are a couple of their spaces on the onside. It's this good 70, 71 meters. So you can push somewhere and get to.
It's not going to get easy for the Khulna Titans and Araful, because this man has bowled 3 overs for 10. He's got 1 wicket, and this is what he's going to do. That slower ball, it's going to be so difficult to get away, and a lot of teams have struggled against him yesterday. Picked up 4 wickets for not many runs.
sends Junaid back again. I don't know how bright this idea is, because see, twice Junaid has come down talking to him. Maybe he's trying to tell him, trust me a little bit. You can't just rely on boundaries. Maybe in the last over you want to face all 6. I'm sure he can push a single, Junaid.
I wouldn't be surprised now if he gets a very quick ball, a Yorker or a bouncer. It's set for the man in the deep. Now he goes for 1. I think he's wasted about 4 or 5 runs. And still on 108, and that is a leg by, in fact. Extras, 12. 9 leg bys, 2 wides, and 1 no ball.
Yeah, twice we saw Junaid running down to his partner, maybe trying to tell him to trust me with it. So I think he can take a single. At least don't have dot balls. Already have 57 of them. And that's almost half the inning.
Just got to look to rotate the strike and play the ball as late as possible for Junaid Khan. If he's going to try and get it past the man a short fine leg, got to make sure that he lays some bat on it. Goes short and then they pick up 1. Looking for 2 because there's acres of space there. They don't get it.
I don't know. Just saying it before this ball was delivered. Why not get a man at mid-wicket, short mid-wicket? Because that's the only place he's going to push for a single. Keep him on strike.
Yeah, I think because of his slower balls, they seem to be gripping quite a bit, so they actually grip and turn into the arc of the right-hander. So the captain is thinking if he gets it wrong, he has some protection in the deep.
Well, for sure, Junaid is not going to go for the big one. He's only eyeing to push it for a single.
I think also for the Rajshahi Kings, they really want to finish this off now. The innings has gone their way in terms of with the ball. They picked up 9 wickets, but not many runs. There's 8 balls to go in the innings. They've just got to be able to finish it off now.
That's the big hit. That's what he's capable of. He's been eyeing that. It's wide outside the off stump. He gave everything to it.
That's what I'm talking about, getting it wrong. With that slower ball, it's because it creates the arc for the right-hander. Arafil plays a fantastic shot down the ground. He doesn't oblige the men in the deep. He says, I'm going downtown, straight as a die. 115 kilometers was that ball. Now does he think of rotating the strike? This is an opportunity perhaps to get your man in the circle.
Yes, exactly. Because you're giving him an easy opportunity on the onside. Just push and go. That's the one. That's the area. He's keeps strike. 19 gone. 116 for 9. Are in full 23 of 23, playing a crucial role here for his side, Khulna Titans. He's got the last 6 balls to himself. He's facing.
They're still well behind their side. 116 runs on the board. That's probably why they're dancing and showing so much support. This is another big over because someone like Reza tries to bowl those Yorkers, and sometimes he misses his mark, and he has. Especially against Shoaib Malik, he pulls a few full tosses.
Like that.
Just like that, through the offside. Do they take one? No. got to try and get some runs. The lowest total defended this year, 127, and it was by the Khulna Titans against the Chittagong Vikings. They're 11 runs away from that.
Yeah, you can't have dot balls. You got to take a single.
You'll never know what Junaid Khan can do in this last over. And you put more pressure on yourself to try and get more runs because the balls are running out. Perhaps does he get out now trying to look for a big shot?
That's a clever shot. Eyeing that short, fine leg. And of course, the ball was also directed very much on the middle stump, slightly full. He had made up his mind. So he's in good position, Ariful, immediately. 120 now.
Yeah. So he proves us wrong. He decides to stay on strike and picks up a boundary. Ball tossed now. And you know, forward Reza has the ability of doing this when he misses it. When he gets it right, he's pretty good. 120 now. Psychologically, they'll feel a lot better. From being 90 all out to 120, 125, maybe that 127.
That's a good shot. How about base on that? That was really hit hard.
This is what can happen when you push a game deep. Push it until the last over. The mind sometimes for the fielders relaxes because you've got number 9 in or number 10. And then you bowl some bad deliveries. And now move on to 124. 3 balls to go. 8 off the over. Ariful proving to play a crucial innings here.
Well done there on the recovery.
What a recovery. That's gone the other way. It's spun the other way. Excellent work by Williams. That could have been another boundary.
He can't believe it. It's just spun.
He's saying spun the wrong way.
Let's have a look at that. There. He was wrong-footed as well, but then he dived and got his hand just in time. This time he finds the fielder.
Yeah, this is not the best bowling for Reza. And I think perhaps if they make it to the final, the Dhaka Dana must be looking at this with some interest. Just needs to execute a bit better. He's just got a habit of bowling a few full tosses. And if we do get to the final, may need to work on it. He won't bowl for the rest of the game. This will be his last ball. And for Ariful, can he get a boundary here? Can he get 130?
I want a 6. Oh, it just ricochets from the stumps. Had it not hit the non-strikers then, probably would have been 4. It was very straight, but single only on the last ball. What do you say, Eddie? 125 for 9, you take it?
I tell you what, you definitely take it. 8 wickets down in 15 overs. You get 30 for 1 in the last 5. That man was crucial. Ariful, 32 of 29. So crucial in the fact that psychologically you've got 125 runs on the board and there are runs on the board. The other team has to go about getting them. Junaid Khan has shown some excellent confidence with the ball. He's been the wickets in the last 2 games. And for the Rajshahi Kings, they should not try and get too far ahead of themselves. Key members today are going to have to put their hands up. And someone like Sabir Rahman, this is a type of game where you really need to come to the party.
That's a very sad-looking batting card for a team that's fighting for a qualifier too here. They've struggled throughout. Only Nicholas Puran got them off to a flying start once they lost the openers to run-outs. 22 of 10. Then a bit of a standoff by Mahmudullah, 22 of 28. It's Ariful who's actually scored his best in this season. 32 not out of 29 that have given the score some respectability. 125 for 9.
Wickets, there they are. And there's some crazy running. Hassan was the man to go. There was confusion. The keeper plucked the skates on. It's mine. It's a relay. And I'll take out Reza as well. And another run out. Oh my goodness, it was all falling apart. Shuva got to home, came in, and we could only find Apu. Poran, he played a cameo. It was brave that Athletes could toss the ball up, and an excellent catch by Reza. Benny Howe going across one. Darren Sammy, easy catch. Mamadullah looking for the big shot. Against the spin, Apu in the act. Cooper finds the outside edge, and a good catch by the keeper. Patel, oh yes. And then Williams, excellent with his slow ball and excellent with the celebration. Musharraf, straight to middle. And that would be the last wicket to fall. Could not pick up the last solitary wicket, but that's a very good bowling card. The only man expensive was Miraz, and he's been pretty good. And let's go down to Umbreen and see who she has with her.
Crucial and vital match is going on between the Kings and the Titans. I've got here with me Mehdi Hassan Miraj from Rajshahi Kings. Brilliant start by the Rajshahi Kings. Well, in the beginning, did you guys think to chase this score?
Yes, I think it was an excellent start for us. Today, you know that today we're looking good because today we are fielder is to run out today. So this is a turning point for us, and I think it was an excellent match, and do or die, you know that.
All right. Tell us about how crucial it was to break the partnership between Mahmudullah and Puran.
Yeah, there are good batting, Mahmudullah and Puran. I think Samit Patel, it was a good bowling, and today bowling Dhruvo is good breakthrough for us, and I think hopefully good we are looking for good batting.
So you guys did 126 runs to go to the final. So what would be the key to chase this score?
I think you know that today you excited match, but not easy for us because we are just try too hard, and if our batsman you put on the run scoreboard, and it's easy to chase.
Good luck for training that is coming up, Mehdi, and thanks for talking to us. Well, that was Mehdi Hassan Miraj from Rajshahi Kings. Don't miss this match and don't go anywhere. Let me take you all back to the home.
Thank you, Umbreen. Yes, don't miss this game. It's not over yet. Qualifier to Rajshahi Kings need to come out, bat well, sensibly, and get 126 if they want to come back on the 9th.
Have you ever seen anything like it? In all my years in research, never. Do you think it's some kind of mutation? Could be. Just look at it. It defies all logic and physics. If only we could isolate the gene. Can you imagine the possibilities?
Watch NBA every morning live and exclusive on Sony 6, Sony 6 HD, and Sony Live.
Almost too good. He lands for a head kick. Oh my God! Big power punches. Oh, head kick. Look at these guys. Oh, he got caught. They swing for the fences. He tagged him. Wow. And for the interim championship. On the butt. This is crazy. Oh, he's out. Incredible. He's out. Man. Oh, they continue to throw.
Cricket South Africa T20 Challenge. Multiply Titans versus BizHub Highville, 9:30 p.m. live on Sony, ESPN, Sony, and Sony Live.
The experienced Mohammad Nabi comes in. Always performs when the team are under pressure, under duress.
Shortish and played well. Define legs inside the circle. You'll bowl that length. You better be good. Shot. Oh, misfield. That's not a good thing to do to your main bowler. He's expecting you to back him up. You like it? I love that shot.
Smashed.
Last ball of the over. Waits and clears that infield. Over point, that's 4. They didn't want that. That's again a boundary of the last ball. You can't leave too many runs for the last over. He has to play one big one now. Where is he going to go? Oh, it's high in the air. That's high in the air and it's gone all the way. That's a 6. What a shot and what a time to play it.
Out the ground. Spoke about maybe a wicket. Oh no. He had other thoughts.
This is not a good start for Camilla. You're going to pay for your mistake. Nabi wants to win this match. There we go. This could be over right here. What a shot. What a shot. And yes, he's finished it. He's finished it with 4 balls to spare. Chittagong Vikings, believe it or not, have chased the score down. 186 for 4. First ball for a boundary and then finishing it off. That's a half volley right in its slot. He likes it there. And that's gone over Rashid.
Victorious. Oh, it's excellent. It's all smiles. It's fantastic batting. It's fantastic finishing.
In-depth analysis, statistics and records, team previews, predictions and opinions. Watch the experts analyze around live NBA games on Around the Hoop every Sunday morning live on 6 and 6 HD.
It's not football, it's war in the La Liga Santander weekend battles. Live and exclusive on 6 and 6 HD.
LA Clippers face off against Golden State Warriors tomorrow 9 a.m. Catch the live NBA action every morning on 6, 6 HD and Sony Live.
Hi, this is Ranveer Singh, and for my life, I've got no limits, no fear, and no rules.
Patel. Umpires walking out again, having changed the ump cam. It's gone to Ranma Martinez's head now instead of Masudur Rahman Mukul's, and they look pretty charged up. The Khulna Titans haven't got a huge total to defend. That may be a bit of a problem, but they've done it in the past. They've defended 127 and 133 on a couple of occasions, so they'll be telling themselves, we've done it before, why not tonight? That's when you need to. Your bowlers have got to perform at the top level. You've got to get that support from the field. And the batsman coming in with a lot of resolve. The target for the Rajshahi Kings is 126. Just got to keep your cool about it. Momin ul Haq is always good up front. And the keeper, opening batter, Nurul Hasan Chauhan, is going to keep him company to start off with. Sometimes low-scoring matches initially may seem a little disappointing for the crowd that has gathered here, but you never know. A couple early wickets, and the cat will be amongst the pigeons. There will be a touch of nerves with both teams. Mahmood Riyad, the man with the golden arm, needs to show his prowess. Got a good start with the bat, just could not carry on as he did in previous occasions. Momin ul Haq, little man from Cox's Bazar, now playing for the Rajshahi Kings. He's taking strike today. And that just crossed the 1,000 mark in his T20 career. And he's going to be partnered by Nurul Hasan Chauhan. He did well behind the wicket today, so that'll be carried on to his batting. 568 runs. The bowling is going to be opened by Junaid Khan. A lot will depend on this experienced Pakistani bowler. 114 wickets in his kitty in his T20 career. 20 wickets, look at that, top of the pile. Just pretending that he's going to bowl some spinners as he ambled to the wicket, but he's going to bowl some pacey ones.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. BPL on.
Masudur Rahman Mukul just waits for everything to settle down and says play. Junaid Khan just remarking his run up. He's ready to go. He's got a slip and a deep third man backward point cover. And the whitish made off. Tuck around the corner. The angle of the ball taking away down the leg side. And it's time to say a very good evening to Danny Morrison.
Evening, Shamim. Red hot favourites, Rajshahi Kings, to track down 126. A little over 6 and over required. You never know because of what happened in that earlier round robin match between these two sides where Mahmudullah bowled that fascinating, fabulous final over. Muminul and Nurul Hasan Chauhan up against Junaid Khan.
Stroked away. Oh, bit of a yes and no direct hit. I think it had been gone, and now they get an overthrow.
I think he's put on those concrete shoes again. Nurul Hasan just running here. Oh, where you going? And then get back. Oh, it would have been Gonski. Oh, yeah, well out. And everyone's a little on edge down in the Titans and the Kings dugouts. Imagine if there's suddenly 3 for 12 or something.
The That's what Junaid Khan will be hoping for, early breakthroughs. Oh, beauty! Just jacked back. I think the seam cutting back into Mominal, just going through the gate there. And a chance of another run out. It's all happening here.
Movement off the seam, you've got to be so careful against the likes of Junaid Khan. Oh, yeah, tough for Nicholas Pooran. I think once it had jagged off the seam, it started to go in the air. Once it had passed the batsman even more, and then dipped on Nicholas Pooran. I don't know how that guy, Nurul Hassan, sprinted up the wicket there and took that run out. That's the fastest I've ever seen him move.
Oh, again, inducing the inside edge. This is superb from Junaid Khan.
Mominal under pressure. You'll know that he just wants to nab and nudge and deflect. Shabir, Sami and Samit, they're all there. The triple S's for the Kings, and well, Mahmudullah couldn't quite fire with the bat. Does he come into it with the ball? Junaid Khan and Big Kev Cooper, they have to do it here with the ball, Cooper and Khan.
Oh, well stopped. That's good fielding commitment. Had to dive for it. Arif al-Haq did well with the bat. Now he's doing well in the outfield.
Yeah, that's up and away, isn't it? Another string to your bow. You do well with the batting first up, and all of a sudden it lifts your performance. Yeah, superb. Feigns to fire and doesn't. Yeah, need a run out here, or wonderful piece of bowling. Knock someone over or too early, and you're back in the contest.
Thought over on, not there. Excellent over from Junaid Khan. First up, 5 without loss.
Shotti prem hai shotti prem ache ei khabar re khabar moja hai khabar moja ache khawanote shopot dieting er pore bhanganote ei hater keta to hocche angul chatanote karun khabar moja ache khawanote
এসে গেল ফরচুন পারফেক্ট 3 সিজনস বাসমতি রাইস, যাতে সঠিক রোদ, জল আর ঠান্ডার মিলন ঘটিয়েছে মরশুম 3, তাই সুগন্ধ আর স্বাদের তুলনাহীন।
সত্যি প্রেম থাকলে এইটো কিছু নয়। ফরচুন পারফেক্ট 3 সিজনস বাসমতি রাইস, কারণ খাওয়ার মজা আছে খাওয়ানোতে।
Yeah. Look at the field for Kevin Cooper to the left-hander, has slipped deep third man, back at point, cover and a mid-off on the offside. And he's induced an edge, and he's got him straight away he's made the breakthrough.
Big Kev Cooper, he is in it. That is for sure. In it to win it. Big West Indian to the fore. We've seen it so often. The men from the Caribbean are doing it again. Cooper this time. Mominal, very scratchy edge against Junaid Khan, and now he is going back for an early shower. Beautiful piece of bowling, the angle. Missed the previous game with the niggle. And he'll take the applause, and Mominal is out for just 2. First one down for 5.
Introducing the most expensive scent from Fog. The Commander, the Chief. Fog Scent Exclusive Collection. 2 scent in 1 pack.
UFC 206. Max Holloway versus Anthony Pettis. Sunday, December 11th, 8:30 a.m. live on Sony ESPN, Sony ESPN HD, and Sony Live.
Early strike here for the Khulna Titans. New batsman in, Afif Hussain. He's known as a batsman more than a spinner, with which he excelled in his debut game. But young Afif, well, thrown in at the deep end in terms of bowling, and now it's the captain not afraid to just put him in early on in the batting order. Oh, he's not going to hang about, is he? Thrown caution to the wind, an element of risk in that shot, but he's got himself a couple of runs.
He's desperate to get off the mark. The horror he had last night, caught round the corner. Left-handers, bowls really well to left-handers, Kevin Cooper. Creates the angle. In general, his stock deliveries back into right-handers. So it goes across that outside edge of the left-hander Muminul Haq.
Yeah, with all great cricketers, you redeem yourself with the performances. So they missed out with the bat, now deviating down the leg side. Possibly got the splice of the bat there. No, didn't even get any bat on it. It was the leg by there.
Well, I think we might be a little fortunate tonight to get hold of another West Indian. Kesrick Williams, can you hear us, dear fellow?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Oh, good on you, brother. 4 for 11 last night. Easy game, and then you're here in the qualifier. It's going well for you personally.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of hard work, you just got to put in that extra mile. When the captain wants you to do execute, you just go out there and work for a skipper.
You're enjoying yourself here because it's a little different from the Caribbean League, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot different than the Caribbean, but I mean, as an international player, a professional cricketer, you got to learn to adjust to certain conditions, you know what I mean? And that's what I want to excel in, being a professional and a good cricketer. So I have to make certain adjustments to fit my style of bowling. So that's what I did today, and that's what I'm going to continue to do for the rest of the tournament.
Kesrick, would it be fair to say, working on your slower delivery, a different slower ball?
Yeah, definitely you have to do that, because I mean, when you're playing professional cricket, people look at you a lot, and then to pick up on your strengths, so you have to start to implement new stuff as you go on. So that's what I'm trying to do, implement new slow balls, implement new ways of bowling it without changing up my action much.
Oh, they're hustling fun here. Another run out, maybe. No, is it? Got to hit the woodwork, and he's missed out there. Mate, you might be the lucky charm, because of course you play for the Jamaica Tallyways. You won the CPL there. You're hoping to get into the final and win it for the Kings now.
Yeah, definitely. It would be really, really good to get into another final. You know what I mean? I'm working towards it. I mean, yes, Russell is in a final, so it would be good to see 2 Jamaican Tallyways in another final again, battling it out. That's what I'm working to. That's what I'm working at. So, I mean, I hope the guys go well tonight and we come out victorious.
Oh, Kesrick Williams, always a pleasure, you good-looking man. Take it easy and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, yes, Danny. Yes, Danny. Enjoy your night, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Yes.
Well, he's very smooth talker, isn't he? Yeah, he made himself quite clear and categorical in what his thought processes are. Jumped on him, back of a leg. Not the best efforts in the field, has yielded a single of the last ball of the second over. It's 10 for 1.
Ma'am, interview please. Aeroplane basmati rice. Tastes the best.
It's not football, it's war in the La Liga Santander weekend battles. Live and exclusive on 6 and 6 HD.
Hey, it's not looking as easy as they might have thought. The bowlers doing their best. Good efforts from both the opening bowlers. Junaid Khan is going to carry on. Just given away 3 runs in his first over. He's just taking that bit of earth that gathers in your guts as you walk across on field, on the outfield, with a little bit of dew now falling. Look at the animated talk between the captain and Kesrick.
He's just saying that Danny Morrison giving me a lot of stick. Let's see. Good man, Kesrick Williams, very passionate. And good of him to have a chat with us from the dugout. He's one of the go-to men for the Rajshahi Kings. And now one of the go-to men for the Titans, Junaid Khan. Their strength is their feeling as a group, the Titans.
Oh, just changed his shot at the last moment. Initial thoughts were for the big hit, and then just a deft little touch.
And nothing wrong with the delivery. Look at the angle back and come in to Afif. He's played it beautifully late. Oh, yeah, that's right over off stump. Angling back off the seam with the angle from Junaid Khan.
And that's prompted the captain to bring in a second slip. That's wise, because there will be more of those deliveries just seaming away from the left-hander. Good thinking. They need early breakthroughs. They've got one. Oh, good ball. Pushed him back. Pressure building.
Yeah, took that sort of delivery and boundary to get Muhammadullah fired up to do that. I think he has to. Such a low total to defend. And the do-or-die knockout qualifier. Have to get people out. It's as simple as that. No better way to support Junaid Khan and Kevon Cooper with the slip cord and say, boys, it's over to you to bowl in that lovely channel, that corridor of uncertainty, and try and nibble a few out with a new ball.
Not the corridor. Well, this young lad is not going to miss out on anything loose. I like his attitude. Not going to hang back.
It's been sort of good length and fullish. I think Mr. Khan from Pakistan needs to whistle one round his grill. Going to have to test out that young fellow with it whistling round his ears.
Yeah, I think short pitch deliveries maybe, and also with two slips in. Talking about the offside corridor. That's where he wants to target. Coming over the wicket for the left-hander, so he's got to essentially pitch the ball on or about the middle and off and hope that it seams away or swings away. A little bit of chat with the captain regarding strategies. Maybe a change in the field. Let's see if anything transpires. That's the region, but maybe one wicket more towards the batter.
Slower ball. Now, Twitter, look at the Twitter poll. No surprises. Which team can catch up with Dhaka Dynamites in the final? Yeah, you have to say that's pretty fair. Favourites to join the double Ds in the final on Friday. But you never know. Another wicket or two here.
Oh, that's going to be given as wides and 4 bonus runs. Really pitched it short. Need a ladder to get to that.
Yeah, I think he hit his own boot. Junaid Khan. Wow. Strategy was clear and right. Liked it. Give him one. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Well inside his half. A couple of step ladders to try and get hold of that one.
Yeah, he's in the same wavelength as us. Initial thoughts were outside the off stump, that offside corridor. You wanted him to bowl short. He did. A little too short, unfortunately. But he's a king cricketer. He's always trying to work out. Oh, the batsman's not ready. Youngster keeping the experienced guy waiting. Yorker, beautiful. No ball. Oh, that spoiled it.
It sure did. And he knows it. 2-card trick, went for the bouncer than Walker, but he's blown it by overstepping, as Junaid Khan. Now this is really naughty from Mr. Experience. And one more frame, please, gents. Yeah, fair call. Tough, but fair call.
Yep, the line belongs to the umpire, and the umpire is Masudur Rahman Mukul. Eagle eyes, caught that is just over. Petition, and they get a free hit now. Concha in the field. What is this young man going to do? Oh, he's chopped it on, but he's not going to be out. That's rather wasted, isn't it?
Smart bowling again, though, from this experienced campaigner, Junaid. Didn't cost them anything. And chopped the gears right back to just over 110 Ks around there. This man's got a little bit about him, isn't he? Young Afif, like him.
And that's what experience does for you. Knew that he was going to go for a big shot, really slowed that one down. And the back of length. It's been a real mix of deliveries from Junaid Khan, despite the fact that he's shaking his head. 3 done, 20 for 1.
Ma'am, interview please. Ma'am, interview please.
Okay, first have this.
Ma'am, is it aeroplane rice? Aeroplane basmati rice. Taste the best. I feel special now. I feel special now. Feel special now.
Fog scent. Feel special. Be special.
For the Rajshahi Kings is 126. Now we've had a lot of support for the Titans. There's some support here for the Kings. Got some huge flags next to each other in the other stand. Thanks of faces. I've noticed now Oppu in the background throwing a bottle of water towards our cameraman. Maybe could do with a bit of water. Hard work. The handheld cameras rushing all around the ground, trying to get all the pictures to you. It's a tough job. I tell you, that camera, quite heavy. Stroke through, couldn't thread it through. Brilliant. Once again in the field. It's good work.
It's that man again, Araful Haq. He is pumped and raring to go. That hot seat there. Backward point, on point. Great stuff.
Yeah, you're talking about just taking one segment of the innings, the batting well, and it's reflected in their performances in the other departments of the game, and Ariful has shown that. Good to see the energy. Kane hurried on him. Can be very deceptive with his pace, Kevin Cooper. He's getting on a bit at the moment. Tall guy, you'd expect him to extract a little more bounce from back of length. Has get it through.
At the coin toss, Aaron Sammy was wondering whether Cooper was going to play, and then he was yelling out just before the coin toss that he found out with the swapping of the papers from the two captains that he was, and he was very wary of Cooper back in the Titan side on the charge, and that's a misfield. And it's bad misfield. Got no runs to play with, and you've got to stop those, young man. Shouldn't got the home, and he's blown it.
Oh, that's terrible, terrible. It's coming on quite nicely. Let's see if the bounce, no, even the bounce was not too bad. He should have got it covered, nice and easy. Get your body behind it. It's just reaching for it and paid the price. That's not on you. Every run is so precious.
Yeah, even if it just hit him in the body. Flexion off his arm into his chest, or taking it flush in the midships. Saved runs, might have only got one. As it is, they got four.
Pulls that wide up. A couple of fielders chasing it. Going through for one. Not enough on the back. Going to take it away to the boundary. Oh dear. Almost hit the batsman on the head. Taking evasive action.
Yeah, just on your point, Shimon. Cooper, who has so much change-ups in his repertoire in this format. Big D Sammy was chuckling and giving him a bit of cheek from the pitch, yelling out at Kevin Cooper prior to the coin toss. He knows he's got a challenge on his hands here.
One of his change-ups has resulted in a wide. Unfortunately, just trying to slow down the pace in the process is erred in line. Big time. A wide.
Yeah, can ill afford that.
Live and exclusive on 6 and 6 HD.
Well, Shabir Rahman is in the middle. Needs to redeem himself after that 122. He's really been struggling for runs. Right-handed batsman. Lot expected from this young man. Over 2,000 runs in his T20 career. I keep on expecting him to score runs.
You give him the kiss of death again, Shanners.
No, he might just do it for his team today. Needs to. Tickle round the corner. Did he get a bit of bat on that? Is there a signal? Tekma.
I think for the hope and the sake of entertainment, Shabir can come out and find some of that wonderful form he showed and all his class. 122 against the double Bs earlier on in this fourth edition. And he's got starts and he's suddenly had brain explosions and lost concentration or just got bored. Hard to explain. He's got to the teens and 20s so often.
Well, another run, but that shot by Nurul Hassan, caught by another Hassan. Earlier hit one over the top. This was sort of half-cocked in the same kind of eyes, but he's got to do it with the bat. He's got to perform. Got the support, but needs to be a little wary. Ball's doing a little bit from Musharraf Hussain. 5 overs completed, 37.
Is it aeroplane rice? Aeroplane basmati rice. Taste the best.
UFC 206. Max Holloway versus Anthony Pettis. Sunday, December 11th. 8:30 a.m. live on Sony ESPN, Sony ESPN HD, and Sony Live.
37 for 2. After 5. Won't really worry about the run rate here. Not chasing a big total, and in fact, if you're going 7.5 almost, and the required is just around 6, you're in the safe zone. It's not going to make it any easier. This may just become a game which will go down to the 18th over or 19th over, unless Sammy or somebody comes out with a different idea. Another opportunity for Sabir. After that 122 on the same ground. It's struggling a bit.
In fact, 10 innings, 151 runs, average of 15 and striking at 106. Five of those 10 innings have been single figures. That's his post the century, so has struggled quite a bit. So yeah, there it is. 122, 46, 31, 31, 16, 16.
Yeah, that's just 6 matches. The single figures don't show there. 5 games. Well, earlier on in the previous game, they bowled short at him, and that worked. That plan worked. That was the power play. Now it's a different situation because there are just only 4 balls left. He probably won't go after anyone in this.
Yeah, this is what he doesn't like. He doesn't like to be tied down, and you talk about those short balls. He didn't want to let them go by. He wanted to play his shots because his positive intent is to score runs quickly and take the bowlers on. Just sometimes maybe a little bit of restraint and try and understand the situation. In this situation, he can really announce himself and push his team into the final and can be a crucial component in that final because of how he plays.
That's the plan Chittagong used against him. That's a short ball, top edge, went for a 6. There's another one. And he wasn't giving up, he was going after them. That was a drop by Taskin. Then again. So they are consistently bowling short balls, and he refused to give up and eventually lost his wicket. National
psychologists would say no. Some would say no because his arms are crossed and his leg is also crossed. That shows a sign of tension.
He's just feeling cold. It's December.
Oh, lucky you're not a psychologist, Sackers.
There's such a seesaw. Now suddenly the run rate required and run rate current almost the same. Earlier the current had an advantage. So if these dot balls will hurt if this keeps going on. Just 2 runs in the previous over. This is the second run in this one. We're already 4 deliveries done.
Sevilla 4 of 12. That's not how he plays. He likes to be positive, gets on with a strike rate of over 100 is what he likes. But it's good from him. He's taking his time. Afif as well, they're occupying the crease. The run rate is not escaping them. They're going to need 85 of 80. And he looks very organized, this young man. Should pick up 2. A bit of a fumble in the outfield. It'll stay at 2.
It's getting a bit slippery out there, especially the outfield when you got to run across. You tend to slip while picking the ball up. That's the story right there. Oh, in 2 minds. So 4 of the over. 43 for 2.
Today is the day I become the fastest. Faster than him and him. Today's the day they smell my rubber. On every twist, every turn. Today's the day I neither skid nor slip. I just rule every curve. Masseter by MRF. Rule every curve.
"12 deliveries, Eddie, for 4 runs for the man on your screen."
Yeah, I think it's okay. Spend some time out in the middle. Get those feet moving. Get those eyes into the ball. Get the timing going. The back lift. Spend some time in the middle. Like I said, it's 83 off 78. It's not totally getting away from them. So you can afford to do this.
There we go. Single. That's good. Yeah, nobody's there. As long as he's there, he spends some time out. There's one of our guys. T2. Day 45, holding that on his shoulder. Well done. It's a tough job out there. There he is.
Hey, T2. He's got some biceps on him. Massive shoulders there, but credit must go to these cameramen out there. Everybody's working so hard. I know you can hear me, guys. Excellent work. Match 45.
Now the other 24 of them would be thinking, what have we done wrong?
That's why I said cameramen.
I would like to see them. Come on. You got to name everyone. Eddie, start. There we go. Kapila from Sri Lanka. There you go.
Don. His name's Don.
Don. I call him Don. Yeah. At the far end.
Hey, Marius, I didn't know you wore glasses, brother.
Vimal Polash. There they are, Ross.
Ross with his own earpieces as well.
Come on, let's get some more cameramen. He's doing well, and you know, for the number he's been given, 3 to bat on. He failed first ball in the previous match. He's shown confidence. He's played Junaid Khan, the top wicket taker. He's backing up and making room for himself against Very thinking bowler, anyhow.
Jahid. There he is. You're on camera, brother. We can see you. Give us a wave. Tagaka, how are you? Ultra motion, you're the man.
Wow. Where did he get that one out from? Back of the hand. Got him to come on the front for the drive there. Wow.
Actually got a bit of shape on it, anyhow. 2 runs off the over. Economical. Tight, and he loves to hide the ball. I was actually joking with him earlier, trying to imitate him, but it's such a difficult thing to do. Mystery bowler.
Another good over, just 2.
I feel special now. I feel special now. Feel special now.
Fog scent. Feel special. Be special.
Ma'am, interview please. Aeroplane basmati rice. Taste the best.
ESPN Films presents Muhammad and Larry. Sunday, December 11th at 12 noon.
Muhammadullah thinks 2 runs and over. I think we are doing well. The required is now creeping up to 7. Soman there.
From Bangladesh.
And here we are. Rakesh, show us your face. Thank you.
Rakesh, is it that cold? Got the hoodie on.
And here we are. Hussain. Hello, Hussain. Also from Bangladesh, last but not the least. Yeah, the cameraman and lots of other staff who basically been working to bring these lovely pictures to you.
Yeah, let's not forget the guys in the control room downstairs. They're always in our ears, but they're doing wonderful work, bringing all these pictures, as you say, Skender, to everybody around the world. 47 for 2, 48 now, ticking over, but I just got a feeling they're building a little bit of pressure. One of these batsmen is not going to be able to continue doing this for the next 3 to 4 overs. They're going to look for a boundary at some stage.
The problem is that you've got a batsman who's looking for form. He's been struggling, and you got a 17-year-old at the other end. So his experience, Sabir has to transfer on a peak because he's doing well. Just keep rotating the strike. 6 of 18 deliveries for Sabir. You feel is fine, but for how long? That's the question. Working this one away for a single. 4 of it, 49 for 2.
UFC 206. Max Holloway versus Anthony Pettis. Sunday, December 11th, 8:30 a.m. live on Sony ESPN, Sony ESPN HD, and Sony Live.
You're watching 6.
There's the floor manager right there, just behind the fence. Paramit, he's the one who gets the captains out for the post-match and, of course, takes care of all the sideline interviews.
I just got a question for him. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You can't hear me? Oh, all right. Just tell him to say stand by.
.50 on board for Rajshahi Kings in the 10th over.
The fourth wicket fell for the Khulna Titans at 54. So I think it's about wickets in hand. The men to come: Darren Sammy, James Franklin, Samit Patel. Those are men that can get on with the game. So they just don't want to put too much pressure. It's 76 off 65 now.
He's good. He's really good. One bounce. It's gone for 4. How he made room for himself.
Oh yes. If he thought he could play, he could pull some off spin, he can play some fantastic shots as well. Look at this. Benny Howe around the wicket. Off the stumps. Elevation out the middle of the bat. What a shot. What is this doing for Afif in terms of his cricket, his development in cricket, and for him personally? First boundary after 5 overs.
It's a nice battle between a 17-year-old who's looking to make a mark against an experienced bowler in this format. Just makes this contest so amazing. It's just the amount of confidence Afif would have gained after getting 5 wickets on debut. And then after that, being asked to come at number 3, he failed. But then he makes up for it right here, understands the situation of the game. He doesn't have to, over-try anything. Just has to stay out there, and he's doing that.
And now Sabir moves on to 22 balls of 8. Not really rotating the strike as well as he was doing initially. And if he's going to accumulate such balls, he better make sure he's there at the back end.
And he will keep strike. 10 overs gone. 56 for 2. And it's also the moment where you'll have the strategic timeout. Probably a word will also come out from Darren Sammy regarding how they want to go in the remaining 10 overs.
It's not football, it's war in the La Liga Santander weekend battles. Live and exclusive on 6 and 6 HD.
LA Clippers face off against Golden State Warriors tomorrow 9 a.m. Catch the live NBA action every morning on 6 HD, and Sony Live.
This start is almost too good. He lands for a head kick. Oh my God! Big power punches. Oh, head kick. Look at these guys. Oh, he got caught. They swing for the fences. He tagged him. Wow! And for the interim championship. On the butt. This is crazy. Oh, he's hurt. Incredible. He's out. Man. Oh, they continue to throw.
Khalid Latif, there you go. Right-handed batsman. And it's got on it. It's got on the bottom of that. That right hand really came into play there. Again, he deviates down leg side. Again, pays the price. This one, an even better one. Really lashed onto that one very sweetly.
And here we go again. Batted this as well.
Yeah, the big shot from Khalid Latif comes down a few steps and hits it right there, deep mid-wicket.
Slice it, carves it away. And it's going to go a couple of bounces into the ropes. Easy pickings. Come on. Too many short pitch deliveries, they're going to be punished. And, oh dear, that's not a very good effort from Shoaib Malik. Rather lethargic, I thought. I swung it around and swung it for a maximum. Great strike there. Beautiful shot. He's gone for the big one. It's sailing away for another maximum. What a way to get to your half century. Brilliant stuff from Khalid Latif. Take a bow. That's how he got it. Just taking his left leg away. He's in line with that delivery. He didn't have to really move, but the way he got stuck into it, really smote it over the top. Wow, what a shot that is. Straight into the supporters there, and they're very happy, and why not? 3 sixes in this over, 20 runs from it. Slow ball, but this time it's gone underneath that one. That's gone for the maximum. Guess who? Mr. Latif.
Yes, it's a slower delivery. Who's on strike? Khalid Latif. Where does he hit it? Through mid-wicket. And what is it? Half a dozen. Out the back of the hand. Picks it up. Easy as you like.
Fighting is the most important thing in the world, so I have to keep going.
Ronda have had time, but now is my time.
Look at those shots! Wow! Ronda Rousey! She is spectacular.
I'm the best in the world, I'm gonna win.
Nobody gonna take his belt.
आपका और हमारा रिश्ता हमेशा अटूट रहा है
और हम चाहते हैं ये रिश्ता यूं ही बना रहे।
तो देर मत कीजिए, आज ही अपने केबल ऑपरेटर को कॉल कीजिए
और अपने घर में डिजिटल सेट टॉप बॉक्स लगवाइए
और पाइए ज्यादा बेहतर पिक्चर और साउंड क्वालिटी ज्यादा चैनल्स के साथ। और हाँ, आप पैसे देंगे सिर्फ उन्हीं चैनल्स के लिए जिन्हें आपने खुद चुना है और आप देखना चाहते हैं,
क्योंकि 31 दिसंबर 2016 से पहले
सभी के लिए सेट टॉप बॉक्स लगवाना अनिवार्य है।
We're here at the second qualifier from the Sher-e-Bangla National Cricket Stadium between the Khulna Titans and the Rajshahi Kings, and the Kings are chasing 126. Welcome back again after the timeout, and welcome back Danny Morrison.
Hi, Samanoy. Yeah, dangerous time. Saw it happen in the innings for the Titans. They lost a wicket straight after timeout, the halfway point. Now they need one here to the Titans now that they're in the field. Get rid of young Afif, possibly Shabir. How controlled is Shabir Rahman? So coaches and captains coming out at the strategic timeout. Good chat. Big Darren Sammy. He's got the pads on his haunches, chatting to Shabir and the young 17-year-old Afif Hussain. Nice little bit of inspiration and simplicity to proceedings here from Darren Sammy at the timeout, talking about where they should go and employ this and that, bit of strategy of what they're trying to do out there. Young man, more words of wisdom from the big St. Lucian.
I think that's what's reflecting here in the pitch. That is what that's what Darren Sammy had said. Go after it.
Yeah, and he has. The young man, the teenager, in fact, adolescent. Ha! Down on one knee. Cooper got a miss on it. Would have been a miracle catch. Did well to get there. Probably only he could with those long, long arms of his. Done himself a little mischief, has he? Old elbow and those knees, those strapped up earlier in the warm-ups.
Using his feet again. Looking for two. No, Kevin Cooper has got strong arms. We don't want to risk it against him. There's another man who has, sitting right beside me.
And watch out, I might slap you with the two, Sanders. You need to get the gym, boy. Right, one to go in the 11. 8 off, not bad, but can Shabir do something here? Well, he's happy to milk it. But the senior pro is happy to play second fiddle to the teenager. 9 off, the 11th at 65 for 2.
Spain, home of the biggest football stars. And now you can be part of this extravaganza. 6 will take you direct to the stands. Watch live La Liga games and answer simple questions. Send your answers to our Facebook and Twitter page using hashtag La Liga Experience Trip to Spain. And you could fly to Spain for a complete VIP experience. Also, get a chance to win original La Liga merchandise every week. Keep answering and keep winning on 6 and 6 HD.
61 required of 54 balls. The Rajshahi Kings are well set. And Afif Hussain, around about 26, has brought a lot of composure needed by the top order by the Rajshahi Kings. The young man, 17-year-old, is doing his job, and Mahmudullah has so often gotten the Khulna Titans through the end line. Best of 3 for 6. Can he get the breakthrough? The much needed one for the Khulna Titans. Wickets are a must here.
Well, as with Darren Sammy, Mahmudullah is certainly inspiring. And he's pulled out some big performances in BPL 4. That's not a great start from the captain. Little loosener down the leg side. Just wonder whether Shabir rates himself here, get pumped up for the situation and want to go after Mahmudullah. Oaks curbing that adrenaline, an urge to surge. Winner of this match goes and meets the Dhaka Dynamites. BPL 4 final. 6:15 local time, first ball. Good work from Benny Howell out there, quick to it. Which one of these two sides is going to make it to the DDs here on Friday night? Very tense. Asking rate has gone from just under 6s. They've had it at just under 6s for a while. The Kings, but now it's creeping up more towards 7s. He's gobbled up a lot of deliveries, has Shabir Rahman. Teenagers going at a run of ball, but now we're swapping some men in key positions. Mahmudullah swapping things around, wanting to be precise here with the right men in the right positions.
Oh, he's missed it altogether. That's what he is capable of. Mahmudullah Riyad brings in the much-needed breakthrough for the Khulna Titans, and that's why he has a smile on his face.
Does he what? And now the Orange Army is on their feet. The youngster undone by a slow hang time delivery from Muhammadullah. Up and away. Holds it back. It's a little short. It's certainly on. Oh, you can't miss those. Afif. Slide, straightens. Yeah, that's going on to hit Midland leg, definitely. He's not a tall man. And an easy decision in the end for Renmo Martinez. Young man, well, he got set, but he got out. He's gone for 26, Safi. And the Kings are 67 for 3.
आपका और हमारा रिश्ता हमेशा अटूट रहा है
और हम चाहते हैं ये रिश्ता यूं ही बना रहे
तो देर मत कीजिए आज ही अपने केबल ऑपरेटर को कॉल कीजिए
और अपने घर में डिजिटल सेट टॉप बॉक्स लगवाइए
और पाइए ज्यादा बेहतर पिक्चर और साउंड क्वालिटी ज्यादा चैनल्स के साथ और हाँ आप पैसे देंगे सिर्फ उन्हीं चैनल्स के लिए जिन्हें आपने खुद चुना है और आप देखना चाहते हैं
क्योंकि 31 दिसंबर 2016 से पहले
सभी के लिए सेट टॉप बॉक्स लगवाना अनिवार्य है
Guess who's the new man? James Franklin makes his way to the crease. Courtesy of the wicket by Mahmudullah Riyad. Best of 90, 202 matches. Lots of experience from the black cap.
Only match number 5 for Jimmy Franklin. Be conscious of how he got out yesterday. Little lazy inside chop on from Franklin yesterday. So much time, it just didn't arrive. Clever bit of deception from Muhammadullah. Young man goes. And another good experienced head to come out and bat for the Kings here is James Franklin. Played a lot of franchise T20 around the globe. So ideal for Franklin. Now batting at 5. He's batted at 6 in recent times. Hasn't played a lot, as you saw in that statistics before. Came out late caller for the Kings. Out of London, cooling his heels after winning the 4-day championship with Middlesex. Shabir has been made to work really hard. Dozen overs have been bowled at 68 for 3.
UFC 207, Amanda Nunes versus Ronda Rousey, Saturday, December 31st, 8:30 a.m. live on Sony ESPN, Sony ESPN HD, and Sony Live.
The Khulna Titans have got the much-needed breakthrough. Can they capitalize on it? Saffir Rahman in search of the form. He's got 13 of 29 and James Franklin is the new man in. Still 8 overs to go. They require 58 runs up it. The required rate is somewhere around the 7 runs per over. Naim Islam Jr. to continue.
Can the young fella get a wicket? Naim Islam Jr. This is his first appearance in this 4th edition of the Bangladesh Premier League. Naim Islam Jr. got out for naught, got a bouncer on the head. Lovely change up, the 2-card trick with a slower ball followed up, and he was plumb LBW. Looking to make amends, this young fellow. Just seen Afif contribute. 26 from 27. And he gets another run, does Shabir. Let's go sideline to the lovely Umbreen.
Danny, and the final and big day of AKS BPL 2016. It's only a day
day away. Who's going to win this cup? Who? We'll get the answers soon. You just have to wait a day. But I've got here with me the Vice President of BCB, Mr. Mahbubul Anam. Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm good. I'm enjoying the event. It's an extravagant event today.
All right. So how it must be very satisfying and pleasant, like seeing the way BPL is getting the response worldwide.
Oh, it's been wonderful. I think this BPL 4 has been a great success. And as year goes by, I think this is going to be one of the big events in the world.
Your thoughts on the way cricket has been played in this tournament, BPL?
As I said, I mean, it's been thrilling because till the last match of the group stage, we didn't know who was going to the playoffs. So it kept the interest on, and we have an exciting match going on today, a low-scoring match, but it's still looks like it's going to the wire.
All right, sir, it's very hard for me to avoid this question to ask you, and that is like every single person is watching BPL, and they really want to know what is going to happen in the final day of AKS BPL 2016.
Well, it's going to be a surprise. We know that the one team has qualified, Dhaka Dynamites. We're going to find the next team today. But as I can see that it's going to be a charged environment, it's going to be excellent cricket, exciting cricket. Every visitor should come onto the ground and watch it live as much as you can. Take the enjoyment home.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure talking to you, and enjoy the match.
Thank you, sir.
All right, guys. So many surprises and exciting things are coming up for the final event of AKS BPL 2016. Let's get back to the game now.
Thank you, Ambreen. And was there a nick? Was there a nick on that one by Sabir Rahman? Missed by Nicholas Puran. Wide.
It zipped through, didn't it? Full delivery. Might have been. He strays and gets punished. Junior Khan, no chance to get that at short fine leg around at 45. Ruins what was turning out to be a good over. 7 off it, 75 for 3.
Spain, home of the biggest football stars. And now you can be part of this extravaganza. 6 will take you direct to the stands. Watch live La Liga games and answer simple questions. Send your answers to our Facebook and Twitter page using hashtag La Liga Experience Trips to Spain. And you could fly to Spain for a complete VIP experience. Also, get a chance to win original La Liga merchandise every week. Keep answering and keep winning on 6 and 6 HD.
51 required of the remaining 7 overs. How do they go about it? Does Sabir Rahman pick up the pace? He's got 18 of 32. Does he push now or leave it up to James Franklin, the man in form with the bat?
Well, he just hit that last ball for 4. It's his first boundary in this innings of Qualifier 2 for Sabir Rahman. Different looking character is out in the middle, given what he is capable of. Here comes Kev Cooper. Up against another left-hander. That's beautifully played by Franklin. Now Cruz back for a brace to start over 14. Asking rate just over 7s. Hovering around there. It picked up to nearly 7.5s, but just the odd smart bit of timing and the odd boundary here thrown in has kept it around 7s for the Kings to track down 126.
Straight to point there. Here's the previous delivery. The Kings almost had their hearts in their mouth. It was in the air, bit short of point. It dropped. Franklin has got a 63 of 27 versus Chittagong and a 44 of 31 versus Kumila. That is why he has been promoted up the order before Samit Patel.
And the left-hand, right-hand thing going on. They have that luxury. Left-handers and right-handers in their top 7 for Rajshahi Kings. So the youngster got out. Afif Hassan, the left-hander. So it made sense in a way, but also the experience of Franklin was ideal to come in at 5 this evening. Experienced head on his shoulders, having a chat to Sabir Rahman. Just keep chatting away, positive messages, keep focused. Don't have to do anything crazy. That sort of stuff is on.
That's the luxury you're talking about. Still to bat. Samit Patel, Taryn Sami, Mehdi Miraz, Farhad Reza, they all can bat. And they have proved themselves with the bat in hand in this edition of BPL.
Look at their lineup versus the Titans. I like it with the more depth in that middle order to lower. I think, to be perfectly honest, they have a better chance of challenging the Dhaka Dynamites with that all-studded cast, the boys in blue of the Dhaka Dynamites, who are into the final and awaiting one of these two sides. No disco dancing yet. You haven't won. That's it. Give them a slap. Tell them to calm down. Focus.
Oh, missed it. Kevin Cooper will not be happy with that. Nicholas Puran, that goes away for a boundary. He certainly isn't happy.
Delighted in the dugout. Not in the middle if you're in orange. Ends the over, 14 bowled. It's 83 for 3 now.
This start is almost too good. He lands for a head kick. Oh my God! Big power punches. Oh, head kick. Look at these guys. Oh, he got caught. They swing for the fences. He tagged him. Wow. And for the interim championship. On the butt. This is crazy. Oh, he's hurt. Incredible. He's out. Man. Oh, they continue to throw.
There's Nicholas Puran, the guilty customer. Let go of a boundary there. James Franklin doing all the talking with Sabir Rahman. Still in search of form. Let's not get the Khulna Titans out of the game yet. Still, if they can manage a few wickets and drag it down the wire. Mahmudullah Riyad has previously defended 7 runs against the same team. Maybe he can pull it off again.
Umpires just in a bit of discussion here. Just discussing a couple of issues. Yeah, I'm not writing off the Titans, but I'm just looking at the way they have batted. Really struggled. But it's their fielding, their bowling, and their desperation in the field that has allowed the Titans to finish in the top 2. I think all of us, if we're really honest about it, cricket lovers who've been watching and following the BPL, they've done very, very well. They've surprised a lot to finish in the top 2, to get 2 bites in the playoffs. Losing yesterday, of course. The Dhaka are now having to play here, the Kings. And the Kings themselves have been the darlings of BPL. They find themselves in the business end of the tournament. Here comes Frankie and Shabir. And they get back and make it comfortably. Let's go sideline to Sikandar Bak.
Thanks, Danny. I've got the real man out here, the man who's very important. He's the chief national curator. He's Mr. Gamini Silva. He's been around here for 7 or 8 years, and he knows this square very well. Now we have a chat with him as this shot has gone for the maximum. Wow. All right, so here we are. So amazing 6 and a big hit. Now this just shows you what kind of wicket you prepared for these all-important games.
Yeah, well, we have to do our best to arrange these pitches for the best, to play the best cricket. I think it is happening now.
This match 34 in Dhaka. You've taken care of Chittagong as well. You're happy with how the wicket or the squares have played in both these series?
Yes, actually, this is the 4th time that we are having BPL here, and this series also I am happy, very happy about this, because the players are doing well, and both teams have all the international players in both all 7 sides. That is what it is happening.
You had Afghanistan, just after that England was here. You didn't get much time. I think it was, what, 4 or 5 days in between that you had to get ready for BPL?
Yes, of course. This was planned earlier, so we had to adjust for that. So we made it, and it will be a little bit traffic, but what I feel was the cricket is going in good way.
Now, Danny, Mr. Silva is wired up. If you want to ask a question to him, anything that comes to your mind regarding how the square has played and the due factor around anything.
Dennis, Danny here, mate. I'm delighted with how you've performed with this pitch. Are you overall happy with all the pitches you've prepared?
Yeah, we have arranged all the pitches here for the matches, but except 2 corners. We have 8 pitches here, 6 we are used for the series. But it is the due factor what we have, we discussed here. Due factor actually outfield can be trimmed, but the pitch cannot be. That is what sometimes the ball is skidding after get wet. The pitch is almost get wet. That are the reasons for that.
Oh, Gammers, good to talk to you. Appreciate your time. Sackers, you behave yourself down there.
Yes, thanks.
All right, with that, over to you guys up there.
15 done. It's 95 for 3 here.
Spain, home of the biggest football stars. And now you can be part of this extravaganza. 6 will take you direct to the stands. Watch live La Liga games and answer simple questions. Send your answers to our Facebook and Twitter page using hashtag La Liga Experience Trip to Spain. And you could fly to Spain for a complete VIP experience. Also, get a chance to win original La Liga merchandise every week. Keep answering and keep winning on 6 and 6 HD.
$95 for 3. The Khulna Titans were 95 for 8. That tells you a story. That might look pretty close to each other. That's just 2 wickets against 8, and that's what 3 wickets against 8 rather. And that's pegged the Khulna Titans back, needing 31 runs of 30 balls. The Rajshahi Kings are in the driving seat now. They're all in their seats, but they'll be jumping out of there once that winning shot is struck. Good evening, Eddie.
Evening, Shamim. Khulna Titans supporters praying for a miracle. Well, they're going to have to find 7 wickets or stop the next 31 runs in some way. Could Benny Howell be the key in that? But Rahman, he seems to have found a little bit of form, a little bit more stride in his stroke. A little while ago, he had 8 of 22. Next 17 runs have yielded 23 runs. So, putting the foot down on the accelerators to some extent.
Well, you've got the experience of James Franklin to just ease whatever nerves that Shabir Rahman might be having, because we all know after the 122, he has hardly performed with a bat and knows that it's such a big occasion. He didn't want to miss out. That's why that attitude, very tentative in the initial stages, but that 6, couple of overs back, may have eased a lot of that tension.
I also think because of that 122, the expectation went through the roof that he would have been the man of this tournament in terms of those runs that he actually got in that particular game, and then the expectation of every game and coming out and doing it. Not necessarily getting 100 all the time, but entertaining the crowd.
No question about it. He's a great entertainer. That was well, he slipped, I suppose. Should have stopped that. But yeah, just back to that point, I think Shabir Rahman, very flamboyant player. He takes the attack to the bowlers. He's very, very meticulous with the shot making too. Not like some batsmen who take a lot of risks. He pays respect to the good deliveries, and he's like greased lightning in the outfield. So that makes a good cricketer. It's just that he's having that bad run. It's come back well. And you'll see Faulkner playing like that. He knows they've got ample time in their hands. No need to take any kind of risk at all. maybe the expectation of the crowd here was for a high-scoring match. Has not happened, but another couple of wickets and things might change. The pendulum swings the other way. Never know. Oh, that's up. It's just beyond the reach of Howell there. Made a brilliant effort. Just couldn't latch on.
Yeah, pushing well in front of his body was James Franklin on that occasion. Playing with hard hands, trying to get it down the ground. And yes, slips past Benny House. A good effort for a seam bowler to be able to throw himself like that in his follow-through. Credit to him is that his momentum was going in that direction. Sabir on strike. Yes, a more controlled shot on this occasion, right under the eyes.
That's the way to go about it at the moment. Shabir Rahman assessing the situation well.
Captain, I wonder what's going through his mind. 30, 40 runs short of what they would have wanted to get in their innings after winning the toss and wanting to bat first. And with the BPL that he has had, he'll be disappointed that he's not in the final because they've played some wonderful cricket, defended some totals and weren't afraid to bat first on some conditions.
Backs away, and with that single, the 100 comes up for the Rajshahi Kings, and that also completes the 16th over. 100 for 3.
आपका और हमारा रिश्ता हमेशा अटूट रहा है
और हम चाहते हैं ये रिश्ता यूं ही बना रहे।
तो देर मत कीजिए, आज ही अपने केबल ऑपरेटर को कॉल कीजिए
और अपने घर में डिजिटल सेट टॉप बॉक्स लगवाइए
और पाइए ज्यादा बेहतर पिक्चर और साउंड क्वालिटी ज्यादा चैनल्स के साथ। और हाँ, आप पैसे देंगे सिर्फ उन्हीं चैनल्स के लिए जिन्हें आपने खुद चुना है और आप देखना चाहते हैं,
क्योंकि 31 दिसंबर 2016 से पहले
सभी के लिए सेट टॉप बॉक्स लगवाना अनिवार्य है।
Looks simple enough. 26 runs of 24 balls. 100 for 3 in control of things. James Franklin and Shabir Rahman building up a nice little partnership here of 33 of 27. Going to be that man, Junaid Khan. Exemplary with his first 2 overs. Just 13 of it. Could have been amongst the wickets. And he's the go-to man for the Titans. Can he get a breakthrough now?
2 overs for 13, as you said, but his tournament has been very good with the ball. Bowled really well. 20 wickets, that average of 15. Look at that economy. Best of 4 for 23, 14 matches. Excellent by Junaid Khan in this tournament. And he's shown a variety with his bowling. He bowls some balls in the mid-140s, and then he can bowl a very good bouncer, very good Yorker, slower balls. So he's had the whole variety.
Actually, Eddie, the very first over he bowled about 4 or 5 different types of balls. Talking about variety there. That's the in-dipping Yorker. Does well to push it away for a single. Now you can see the mindset of the batsman. They're not going to try and lash out at the bowlers. Just play the ball to its merits. Just milk the runs and ease their way into the finals. Because they know they've got it under control. Why throw it away? Shabir Rahman. A 4 and a 6 in his 33. Mahmudullah Riyad obviously will be a little worried with the state of affairs at the moment. And straight as an arrow. Didn't try to hit it too hard. And that enables the fielder to come across and restrict the batsman to a single.
Looking for 2. He's quick behind to be able to try and come back, but you can see the umpire signaling a free hit, a no ball by Junaid Khan. And that wry smile from Sabir Rahman would be like, oh, I'm missing out on a free hit, and there it is. Probably the second of the innings for Junaid Khan, overstepping.
Just by that much, but that much is enough. The line belongs to the umpire. Just getting some sawdust to get a grip on. He feels that it slides through on his landing area.
Oh, that that image we've just seen doesn't show any sliding. If you're behind the line, you will slide past the line and then it wouldn't be a no ball. You've actually landed over the line. So it's not necessarily him sliding. He just needs to get his foot behind the line.
Absolutely. He's trying to make the impression anyway.
Trying to get in the captain's good books.
Good ball once again. Just a little bit of shape inwards. Induces the inside edge. A couple of runs anyway.
He bowled that no ball to Sabir Rahman. They took the single, so they were allowed to change the field to James Franklin. And so everybody on the boundary, on the leg side, expecting a big shot, and that's why they picked up 2. This partnership now is 38 of 30, 21 runs needed of 22 balls, in control. It looks tight, but got lots of wickets in hand.
The feeling that they've got it under control, as you said, just back of length and ample time. They're just cruising at the moment. Content to milk the runs. Junaid Khan trying his best to bring out a magical delivery. Maybe another wicket. Maybe some hope for the Khulna Titans. They look rather disconsolate. Body language says a lot of the players around the ground.
James Franklin came into the side on the 30th of November 2016 against Camilla. The team has gone on to win 2 games and lose 2. Crucial innings of 44 not out of 31 balls, a 63 of 27, which gave them a chance as the Rampur Riders were playing the next day, and they were trying to win that game in 13.2 overs. But since he's come in, he's added such balance to the side, and he can bowl when needed. But when he's come into bat, he's looked under control. He's taken pressure off the other batters. And when he's needed to get on with it, you look at that 44 of 31 and the 63 of 27, he can do that. And to have him assist someone like Darren Sammy, Sabir, Samit Patel, Momin ul-Haq, the balance starts adding to the squad. And this is why perhaps they deserve to be in the final.
Very good point, Eddie. And it is reflected in the performance immediately opposite him. Shabir Rahman felt much more comfortable. And you see, he's content to just play out the dot balls if necessary. 17 done, 106 for 3.
UFC 207, Amanda Nunes versus Ronda Rousey. Saturday, December 31st, 8:30 a.m. live on Sony ESPN, Sony ESPN HD, and Sony Live.
The partnership between Franklin and Shabir Rahman. Going to be Kevin Cooper to try and get another wicket. Well, they're pretty confident they're going to win the trophy, but they've got a very strong contenders. The Dhaka team. Dhaka will be playing the finals along with the winners of this game, and Rajshahi Kings seem to be heading that way quite comfortably. That slice, but it's over the top. But he didn't try to hit it too hard, did he? Just found the gap.
What a shot. They're loving it. And this is what he can do. The manipulation of the ball through the offside. It's aerial. It's out of reach of the fielder. It looks as if there's a little bit of lack of control at the back end as the hand comes off the bat. So he thinks, no, it's okay. But the placement as well is excellent. James Franklin. And again, bullet delivery hit down the ground. The way he's also watching the ball onto the back.
The calming influence on Shabir Rahman in particular, the point I was trying to make is Shabir can get a little fidgety with a few dot balls, But the way he's maneuvered the balls, you see the confidence that he's gained. Just looks so collected as he's playing the shot. And the demeanor of the other person is also very important in building up a partnership. And you see another example of Shabir Ahmad being content with what he's getting. Of course, the target is not huge. They're not under pressure to shift gears and step on the gas. It's just 14 or 15 balls now.
Partnership moves to 45 for 37. Cooper to Franklin. Down the leg side and wide. Came into the side today, Kevon Cooper. Had some impetus with the ball. Just needed maybe 30, 40 more runs. That'll really been an excellent total. It's looked a very, very good batting surface.
Well, he got a wicket with his first ball today, but since then, the batters have dominated. Oh, turn of the bat, almost the QN. Need a bit of chalk on that one. Directed, is already home. No problems at all.
At this stage of the Khulna Titans innings, this is when Arful went after the bowling. BPL Governing Council, some of the members of that council sitting, watching on. They'll be happy with this tournament, and after this game, we're one game away. It'll be the final. And a lot has been learnt, a lot of entertainment and excitement around the tournament.
Shabir tries to go over the top, missed times. I think he should have been happy with the way he was going. Wants to finish with a flourish, I suppose.
I think he knows his strength, but has just gone a little bit off the boil in terms of the timing of the ball off the bat and his trigger movement. That particular ball, he backs himself to play it. Hasn't come off on a few occasions. This occasion it doesn't again, but it doesn't do any harm. And he tees out the final ball pretty well. 18 overs gone. It's 116 for 3.
$116 for 3. 2 more overs. Just the 12 balls. 10 runs needed. The writing is on the wall for the Khulna Titans. They've had a good... At times they've defended small totals. They've just sort of come up from the sidelines. A lot of people did not expect them to reach the position they have reached. So all credit to them. But today they have been outplayed by some excellent bowling early on and some very adept batting from the batters of the Rajshahi Kings. Oh, that's not on. That's very unlike James Franklin.
Good piece of bowling. He's drawn the left-hander into the shot and a bit too early. It is good piece of bowling. It's the off cutter and misses the off stump. Good piece of bowling, so credit to the bowler on that occasion. He's beaten the batsman.
Not the easiest thing to do, but he's persevering, and that's good to see from Junaid Khan. Fighting out till the last moment. Is there some hope? Is there a twist in the tail? Another wicket, few jitters. It'll be tighter. No, he tried to ram that away.
And this is their run. The Rajshahi Kings, as they approach the final. Those wins, the 4 wins in the middle part, they totally changed their whole complexion of the tournament. And then to go on to then beat the Chittagong Vikings, an incredible side. It's just fantastic to see. And just those 4 wins, the character they showed to just stay in the tournament, game after game. Hit down the ground, good piece of timing. The fields in the deep are pretty straight, so keeps it to 1.
That's the way to go about it. I think Shabir Rahman tried to sort of be a little flamboyant. The last over almost went to hand now. They're on the verge of place in the finals. Celebrations from that guy, Oppo in the back. 50 partnership has come up. The first of the match, Arun, Statsman, tells us. And the last few pointers for the bowler from the skipper. What can they come up with?
Key factor here, middle overs, 56 for 1. Khulna Titans 50 for 5. That's where also you expect to lose some wickets in the power play as batters try to take some risks. Oh, he's ramping it. Where's this gone? It's running away from the field, but can he rein it in? Oh, he doesn't. It goes for 4.
He's not happy, but can't help it. There was a bit of, maybe the spin took it away, and also you get your value for your shots here at the Sheribangla Stadium. Once the ball is over the 30-yard mark, it'll race away from you.
It wasn't convincing, but he gets enough bat on it to elude the fielder. There it is. That's why he doesn't get enough bat. He changes the pace at the last moment as Junaid Khan. But look at this. It just races away. And Musharraf is not the slowest in the field, is he?
He made a good effort there. Junaid Khan was hoping that he'd get it. Very disappointed at the end. But a cheeky shot. Maybe the risk we weren't expecting Shabir to take. He did it, and it paid off. Just away from a place in the finals.
And if you wanted someone to get 1 hit away, Sabir Rahman is the man to get it. It's lovely to see young and old in the stadium, in the stands. Brilliantly bowled.
Excellent from Junaid Khan. He will deliver the goods. He will keep the batsman waiting. Not going to give up. That's the fighting spirit. I've seen that before, and even till the end, it is exemplary. Even the one that went for 4 wasn't too bad a delivery. One of those things in this format of the game, when the batsmen get cheeky, take those little risks, and they come out. Last ball of the over for Junaid. Oh, was that a smash? Right back. But straight to the fielder. And a single results. After 19, it's 122 for 3. Mahmudullah Riyad is going to come on bowl now. He's got just 4 runs to defend. He's defended 6. He's defended 7 in previous games. Can he make a repeat performance? Here we go. The last up, 1 hit away. And it's going to be Shabir Rahman on strike. They're just itching to go. On their toes, on the edge of their seats. Place in the finals. Down the wicket, checks the shot. Chance for a run out, direct and interesting. Just got a single. Has he gone upstairs? Have a look. Technology available. Why not?
Yeah, decision pending. Should have been a run out. It's a throw, a bit more power. Just a frame back. We want to see when the bales actually leave the groove. Pretty good for Mamadula from getting that type of throw and then getting the ball down to the stumps. I think he's made his ground, Sabir Rahman, quick across the turf. And the extension of the... Oh, there we go. It's actually the hands. The angle that we had is that the ball's in front of the hands. So oh, that's some excellent camera work. And that'll just confirm it there. And it's so synchronized how the ball and the hands are moving right next to each other. Safe.
Yeah, square on. It looked different, but he didn't have the ball in his hand. It should be a not out. Shouldn't be a problem there. And there's confirmation of that. Big cheer goes round the ground. He's not too happy. But yeah, direct hit. Another scenario would have arisen.
Franklin on strike. Will he finish it in this over? Mamadula. Down the wicket. Off the ground. First time in the BPL and you go to the final.
Brilliant work by the Rajshahi Kings. And this is absolutely marvelous for this team from the northwest of Bangladesh, making their first appearance in the BPL and reaching the finals now. Going to lock horns with the Dhaka team, who have already made their place in the finals.
So controlled. What an innings. 129 for 3 and 19.2. They wanted to take the game deep as they did with the ball, and they did it with the bat, and it's convincing. It's so good. First time in the BPL, they go to the final. They've lived on the edge of their seats, and every game has been so important. And they've kept the faith, and they've been led well by Darren Sammy, along with all those men. The support